Okay, I'm back. Black and Indigenous American. It's been a while since I used the other screen names. But anyway, that's where I am right about now. Um, if you hear anything in the background, there's some construction going on not too far from my home. So I apologize for any noise that you may hear in the background. Uh, as far as family, like blood relatives, I am slowly but surely showing up at different family functions. It's still a stressful way of spending time with loved ones, um, but I'm trying. Last time I was home was this past July the 4th, and the last time I was home from July the 4th of this year was at a powwow in May. But I only visited my mom showed up, which I hadn't seen her in person since May 2012. So this was May 2015, 3 years. And a lot can happen to cause a disconnect between a mother and a daughter for 3 years. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but my mother has her issues, and I choose not to be an outlet for her to verbally manipulate and abuse. I am at an age right now, and I'm pretty much independent where I don't have to be subject to that. She has her illnesses, and I say illnesses with an S because she does have health issues. And that's one thing among many things that bothers me, because life is too short. And life is definitely too short to be bickering and having deep rooted bitterness towards people, towards your own children, um, when you're sick. And the way the world is now, you never know when you will see or be around or hug or whatever your loved ones. And it really is disappointing when you want to love your mother, you want to be there for your mother, you want to take care of your mother, and ba- again, without getting into the details, about 2009, she was diagnosed with her illness. And I said, Mom, I want you to come here. I want to take care of you. I have a guest room. It's plenty of room. I just want to make sure you're okay. To not speaking for 3 years. And so I would say that I've pretty much emotionally detached myself from not necessarily loving her or other relatives, but just emotionally detach myself from the disappointment of being rejected. And let me just give you an example. Recently, her sister, my aunt, is diagnosed with the illness as well. And she was rushed to the hospital. And my spirit told me, call home. Call home, call your aunt, call your mom. And I said, I just am not trying to call, because every time I call, it's like chaos, okay? Like, I really do believe that this family I was born into has is cursed. Let's just get that out there. It's a lot of dark black magic that's been going on, and I believe that my family I was born into has a curse on it. So anyway, I decided to call my mother on a Sunday, and I tried to be cordial with her, and we talked for like 45 minutes. And then my aunt, her sister, called me 2 hours later and left a voicemail because I didn't catch her. I didn't catch her call, and I called her back, and she said, "Just letting you know, I'm in a hospital. I was throwing up. I had terrible pain, and I don't know what they're gonna be able to do for me here." And she ended up going to a hospital that is local, but they're known for not being able to help people. But the thing is, when you live in an area that doesn't have a lot of money and kind of poverty stricken or whatever, that's what you're gonna get. So I'm talking to her and I'm saying to myself, so your son called the rescue squad 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, does everybody know? She said, oh yeah, everybody knows. And so she lives in a mobile home park, okay? My mom lives in the same mobile home park on the second row, literally the next row over. So you see what I mean when it comes to deep-rooted bitterness? They're both sick. Life is too short. And you mean to tell me my own mother couldn't tell me her sister was rushed to the hospital in the emergency room? And now you kind of get a glimpse why I had to, as I put it, cut the umbilical cord of emotion attached to not only my mom but other people in my family that I do love. I love them, but I'm loving them from a distance because I think 2 or 3 years ago, when everything was going on in my family, I literally got sick to my stomach. And I was sick to my stomach for like 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm getting off this roller coaster ride. There's nothing I can do. My mom is the type of person, if she doesn't like anybody, she don't want you to like them. It's kind of like high school, okay? If I say hello to someone she doesn't like, she gets an attitude. If I talk to this person for 6 minutes and I talk to her for 5.5 minutes, she'll get mad because I talked to them longer than I talked to her, and she doesn't like them. So you see where I'm getting at. So anyway, fast forward to today. My aunt, my mom's sister, is back in the hospital again. She was having discomfort, and I believe she probably was throwing up. And again, I don't know what God's going to do in this situation. I don't know if he's going to relieve her from her discomfort on a spiritual level and take her from this world, or if he's going to give her relief and extend her physical life here in this world. I don't know. But at the same time, her own sister, my mother, does not even want to attempt to see her in the hospital, and not knowing when my aunt will move on to the spirit world. This is one of many things I've been having to deal with the past few years. One of many things. And that's just an example of what I've had to deal with people that I love. So, like I said, this year is pretty much like catch up. I'm trying to mend some relationships with family. When I did go home for the 4th of July, I did call my mom. And I was like, I'm in the area. I'm just letting you know. I wanted to swing by to see you. And I also was going to go see my aunt, which is the aunt she ain't feeling right about now. And she's like, oh, no. You seem like you're busy or whatever. You have more time, maybe next time. Now, she hasn't spoke to me since the 4th of July until I called her 2 weeks ago. And when I called her 2 weeks ago, that's when she didn't tell me her own sister was in the emergency room. So the same aunt that I'm talking about, her sister is back in the hospital, in one of the better hospitals. And it's just sad. But I'm going to continue this in the next clip. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient. Bye-bye.